What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be doing something pretty cool actually. It's not a YouTube GM video on Reinhardt. I know I only made one video so far and I should definitely keep making more, but I do have the videos. I just need to compile them and upload it. But no, this video is going to be good because it's going to be it's going to be a guide on how to play Reinhardt. So I have a lot of hours on Reinhardt. I've played many games on Reinhardt. I've won a lot of games on Reinhardt. That's why I wouldn't sweat this unranked GM series. It's going to be very easy for me, to be honest. Because playing the way I play, it's just going to give me nothing but ranks up, and it's just going to rank me up pretty much because I'm playing from good angles, good positions, and I'm going to show you how to play Rein and how to win most of your fights on Reinhardt. Now I know others like YouTubers made videos and stuff like that. That's cool. But I play Rein the way I play Rein, and I really enjoy playing Rein. So I'm gonna give you some of my tips. I have some games saved here. They're not competitive games. I do have competitive games saved like on my computer, but I'm just gonna show you the games that I have from here. There are quick play games, but quick play can still be difficult because you do have 450 health in quick play, while whereas in competitive you do have 600. So you have to calculate the point that you're not getting enough health that you'd get in competitive in quick play, and you're also going up against multiple tanks. You're going up against different skill tiers, usually harder enemies, usually a worse team. Anything can happen in these fights, and I'm gonna just show you how you can take on anything. So we're on the high ground here. So the thing is about this map is there's a lot of high ground positions. You know, you can take this high ground, the other high ground. So I'm gonna dive here, fire strike. So I'm still gonna play from this angle here though. I'm gonna play from that corner right there by the payload. Always be by the payload. Fire strike, swing, swing back up, shield, fire strike. Always use your cooldowns. A lot of YouTubers will tell you to use your cooldowns. Here I got trapped, but fire strike, it connects, then I go in for the
Surprise,
pin.
motherfucker.
Pin lands. He's one, he's dead. So just like that, they got cleared off. Now that pin was really good because I took the corner, then I went in for the pin. So the more you play Rein, the more you get used to doing that type of stuff with Reinhardt. You start getting used to pinning. So I call those more like blind pins, right? They didn't see me coming across that corner and going in. So you start to do that more the more you play Rein, and they're usually like hard to counter. Those pins are usually hard to counter. No one really sees them coming. One thing you don't want to do with Reinhardt is you don't want to stay playing from one spot. You have to switch up your angles. That's the only way to make this character work. If you don't switch up your angles, you're going to win no fights. Rein's a difficult tank to play, but he's not an impossible tank to play. And once you know how to play him, you can do so much. He's a very strong tank when he's played properly. So I think we're gonna skip a little bit here. Not much happens. Probably dive this horse. Horse is one. I see an enemy, I dive him. Boom. Always extend the hammer more to gain more reach with Reinhardt, because the hammer does pretty good amount of damage. But of course, you know, there's a limitation to the reach of the hammer. So I'm gonna go in and pin from here. I'm trying to always make my pins as less obvious as I can. The one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to pin from a spot where everyone can see me pinning from. So I usually will pin from beside a bunch of obstacles, beside a bunch of stuff, cars, anything. That was a good shatter, boom. So I'm gonna skip a little bit. I don't know what much happens here. I don't think anything else happens here. I'm not gonna get super in depth, but again, what you're going to notice is it's a lot of corner play. Boom, Bastion. Fire strike, back away. Fire strike connected, it landed. Always use your fire strikes. You have to always use your fire strikes. You never know what's going to land. You're better off having no fire strikes than having a fire strike on you that's not going to hit anything. So, got him. I see that he's one. Fire strike corner. Fire strike corner. I get nanoed. I'm going to dive in. I see a Bastion shooting from far away. I pin him, but I'm nanoed, so I'm not worried to engage that. Also, you kind of have to determine. Good chatter. Extend the hammer to gain more reach. Go for the pin. So that's cool, right? So you kind of have to determine like the distance and if you're going to be able to survive with the push. What I wouldn't recommend you to do, I wouldn't recommend you to dive into more than 3. And it depends on the 3 who you're diving into. If you're diving into an Ana Bastion and like a Roadhog, you're not going to win that fight. Just giving you an example. If you're diving into like 2 DPS, like let's say you're diving into Soldier, you're diving into like DPS that won't really be able to kill you like that, as long as you're playing from the right spot, then you'll be pretty good. But you have to manage the distance and the space between the enemies. So enemies playing Rein. See how that goes. He's playing Reinhardt. I'm still playing around this corner here. See, he's playing wrong. I can already see he's playing wrong. He's playing too passive almost. He's playing too far from the spot. One push and they'd lose. So he got a pick. Whenever you see an enemy get a pick, you always follow in. So I got him here. I dove it because I saw there was a pick. On Rein, you have to kind of calculate what pick will be enough for you to dive. I saw that he had a pretty cool pick here, so I dive it. Boom. But don't do something stupid. Like, I see he's shooting me, but I'm not going to dive him too, right? If I dive him too, then his whole team's going to come and help him out. Leave by herself, I dive her. He goes in for a pin, very obvious pin. I counter pin him back. Fire strike. Fire strike corner, fire strike corner. Shoot the fire strike, always go in for the corner. Always use your fire strikes. There isn't much of another way to play Rein, right? Other than corners, angles, and using your cooldowns. Go in for a pin. If your pin's active and you see an enemy, go in for the pin. Even if it doesn't land. Right here I got single ulted. So, but the dive normally, go for it. Worst that can happen is you don't land the pin, but don't do it stupid. Like, don't do stupid dives where you're just diving straight into the enemy team because you know you're gonna die. See how many enemies there are. See if you can dive it. You kind of have to be able to make that estimate on Rein. So he uses it and I get away from it. So here my team's dead, but I do see him by himself here. I try to dive him, but he gets away. So here I'm kind of stalling, to be honest. What I would recommend you to do when your team is dead, I'd probably just recommend you to die with them, because again, one guy against 5 is never going to be winning unless you pull off some lucky play. But I should have died here, but my mercy came in clutch. We're gonna skip a little bit. We're all trying to just get into each other's teams. So okay, we push up forward a little bit. I don't know what this Reinhardt was doing. Whether he like ran out of ping or something like that. Computer stopped working. I don't know what happened. I waited for the pin on it. Now I'm not really sure if that would have landed or not, but he did die as soon as he shattered. Don't do what that guy's doing. If you don't want to play, if you want to play Rein, don't play like that. You're going to lose all your fights. Don't shatter when you know you're gonna die. Be smart about using your ult, but don't hold ult either. Here I see I'm holding it for a little bit, but there wasn't really any good opportunities to go in for the shatter. I'm gonna try to use it soon. Going for the pin. Single ulted again, but it's fine. We're gonna try to come back again. Boom, shatter. As long as the shatter gets a pick, boom, blind pin. There's no way that Reinhardt would have saw that pin coming, and that's what I mean by a blind pin. A blind pin is a pin that they don't see. Like, it's not technically called that, but I would call it that because it really isn't a pin that you're seeing. It's a pin that's coming from an angle that you're not even aware of. And I'm gonna be honest, that's one of Rein's like specialties. That blind pinning like wins fights. Like, I don't know how else to put it to. If you can land a pin from an angle where the enemy can't see you coming in from, it's almost a guaranteed win every single time. But again, they are hard to land. Because you see, how do I get to the point where I get to that angle? What I don't want to do is I don't want to play from the center here. I want to play around the payload. I'm trying to get around the payload. I'm going to fire strike. I'm going to keep trying to fire strike. I'm going to make sure I have no cooldown on me. I'm going to try to build up alt charge. So I would have said I'd block that, but I don't know what happened. Maybe I jumped up a little bit before I used it, but... So here my team is dying, obviously, you know, it's a wipeout here, so... Going for the pin, I see the bat by himself, I try to land it. Boom. Extend the hammer, always try to extend the hammer. I am nanoed, I do still try to go in for more picks, but that's all I could got with that nano, but at least I try to get a pick. It's Tire. The Tire gets him. See, Rein's now in a very bad position, and this is what I mean. Like, he knows the full enemy team is on this side, and he still dives it. And he gets punished for it. Now, I'm also calculating how many enemies are there. Is it diveable or not? Is it diveable or not? And right now, it's not diveable. There's too many enemies on that side right now to dive. I got Shatter. I know he has Shatter too. Almost. So right now, I'm trying to keep an attention on D.Va. I'm killing my backline, and I'm trying to pay attention to Reinhardt. A lot harder than playing a real game. In competitive. Because realistically, in a real game, in competitive, you're only facing one tank. You're not going to worry about what another tank's going to do. I'm worried about D.Va taking out my backline. Now I'm worried about Reinhardt shattering my team. So this type of stuff, quick play really does make you a better player, because it's teaching you how to be super, like, aware and alert. So I'm playing from this corner. I'm trying to see what they're going to do. And I have 450 health, so I have to play very safe. But again, I don't want to play passive either. Corner. Waiting for him to shatter. Here it is. Blocked. Counter shatter. Boom. My team just pushes in and it's over. And now I will admit, you're probably like, oh, but you guys are playing 3 tanks. We didn't need to play 3 tanks to pull that off. They just decided to go tank. I was playing tank from the beginning, so... Yeah, but, this fight's over, so... I don't know, maybe we get held off here a little bit, but, we do manage to pull it off. It does look like a loss, but you have to always keep faith, have faith in every fight, because you never really know how things may go. I get nanoed, I dive. So I'm facing a lot right now. Fire strike landed. So here I'm trying my hardest to like see what's even happening. It's a little bit tough. I get D.Va. I instantly dive the Rein. Rein's one. Rein's dead. Hanzo's one. Hanzo's dead. And just like that, we win. So, there you go. Route 66. Let's see that game. And the thing is, you know you're playing Rein good when the enemy's playing Rein, then they swap. He's going Rein. I'm going Rein. You're going to notice a big difference between both of our gameplay. So, Route 66, you play from this spot as soon as the game starts. Laying Rein on high ground in this spot is going to do nothing for you. So, you have to play from here. Best bet is to get someone to come across this side and pin them off. Bastion went for a flank. It didn't work. Rein dove in way too deep and got punished for it. This is what I mean by not timing your dives. You see the Bastion gets taken out, so you dive into the whole entire enemy team with Dawn and the backline. This is what I mean by about being alert and knowing when to go into the fight playing Rein. He died, I'm still alive, so he did something wrong clearly. I'm still around this corner. I'm not going to try to move from this corner. I'm going to try to get them all I'm getting past this corner. Guys, Reinhardt is so important on Reinhardt to take up space. It's all about taking up space. The more space you make for your team, the better your odds are of winning. And I truly mean that. Awkward said that. Awkward's 100% true about that. He's 100% right about that. The more space you take, the higher your chances go up by winning the fight dramatically. Creating a lot of space, I don't know why he's standing there with the shield like that. That's absolutely stupid. If this was a rank higher than bronze, the enemies would have been killed him for that. I seen Ana coming in my blind spot here. I pin her off the map. Now, I'm not saying that everyone's going to be able to, like, you know, do a amazing 360 pin, 360 shatter, or, like, some crazy plays, or land every fire strike or something like that. But you'll still, for the most part, you'll still be able to, you know, do basic plays. You'll be able to take corners, etc. Know when to dive in at the right time. Play from the corners, guys. You have to play from the corners. See where he's playing from. He's playing no corner at all. He's just playing standing near the road, like that, with no enemy at all. I mean, with no nobody on his side right there. So I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why you'd play from that spot. Definitely not the way to play Rein. But I'm still waiting for him to use shatter. He tried to pin me. It didn't work. He does counter pin me here though, and then he gets instantly nano boosted. So it's a nanoed Rein versus a nanoed Rein now. Dude, this is what you never want to do playing Reinhardt. You never ever shatter when you're by yourself and you're low. I don't even understand how anyone with a brain like with the brain of a bronze player would do that. You have to be in like wood rank or something to do that. That's crazy. Now I'm saying it's good that he went for the shatter, nice, but like don't shatter when you know it's not going to kill anyone. Even if he shattered me, he couldn't kill me. He's by himself and he's low. But again, you don't want to hold your ultimate either. But again, if you have to hold it, then hold it. Rather not waste an ultimate that could win you the team fight. I went for the ult. I didn't know he had the shield up, and I got blocked. But it had a higher chance of being better than his shatter. So he goes in and he pins my guy here. A little bit unfortunate. Fire strike. Now I'm in a pretty bad position. Counter pin.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
I get him out of there. Left him one. My Ana took out the soldier, so yeah, I am playing with my duo here, Lord Dan. But yeah, same thing here, you know. I'm going in their base a little bit here. I'm trolling kind of, but you know, I'm not being, you know, stupid. I'm not being suicidal with the gameplay. I mean, there's a reason why that enemy Rein died a couple of times and I haven't died once, even though my team was dying. So where am I playing from? I'm playing from around the payload. You have to play from around the payload. In spots where there's really no like corners to take, play from around the payload. He went for a bad dive when he was low and he got punished for it. I go for a pin. It does not land, and I put myself in a bad spot here. So I'm not going to skip my deaths. It's important to show you the deaths here because I engaged the Moira because I thought the Moira was low and I thought I'd be able to take out the Moira, but then Soldier did pull out a Visor. So it's always important to note your deaths, but again, like you are playing Rein. There are going to be times where you just die to die. Like Rein is a huge target, very easy to shoot, very easy to kill. They tried to save him here, I couldn't, but it's never always going to be like a simple thing on Rein. As you can see, the way I play isn't like just how any normal player would play Rein. Like it's definitely something about the way I play that's something that most Reins don't play the way I play. It's because of all the games I've played, they've taught me to play better. Rein's one, I go in for the pin, but he's already dead. I try to engage the Soldier here and the Moira, but don't know how that goes. It's just me and Reaper here. We're still near the payload. So I'm waiting for any of them to get out of a bad position, to get out of that position. So the fire strikes are landing. It's dropping their health down. And if my team was more aware, he didn't really see me coming at him there, but I wasn't able to land that pin. So they kind of see me coming in from this door. I don't want to be around this door anymore, so I go back to the payload spot. If I see myself in a bad position, I instantly fix it. I don't hesitate to fix it. Warriors using ultimate. So I tried to shatter 2, but I did take out 1, which is good enough. But again, full team wipe here. Most will Reaper survived, which is cool. He got a pretty good ultimate. But yeah, if you can land a shatter and you only take out a support or 2, that's perfect. That's beyond more than what you need. Like I said, taking out a support is enough to change the
You think you had a better play. Alright, watch this.
Change the direction of the whole fight. Good nano, I dive it. Like I'm saying, pins, man, like that pin on the Mercy, I would have never guessed that pin would have landed, but again, Rein, you'd be surprised how many pins don't look like they'll land, and they do. So it's a good nano. So here we are, we're still playing around the payload, but here I see that there's someone shooting from this spot. He's by himself, and he got slept. I curve the pin, it lands, I back up. It's just that calculation of like knowing what's gonna kill and knowing what's not gonna kill. I won't dive the horse here, but if he comes around the corner, I'm going to dive him, and we win the fight. So what are you kind of noticing from those games? I mean, it's minimum deaths, maximum rewards. Like, it's minimum deaths, maximum kills. That's how it should be. You shouldn't be dying a whole lot, and you're getting minimum amount of kills. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. I hope this video helped you out, gave you some tips about Reinhardt. Reinhardt's a really good tank to play, and there's always a better way to play. So I hope this video helped you out. I'll be making another one pretty soon. Take it easy, guys. Peace.
Oh, it hurts the most, 'cause I don't know the cause. Maybe I shouldn't have cried when you left and told me not to be.
Here they're both low.
Oh, it kills the
Fire
most,
strike lands.
say
Boom.
that I still care.
Block the rock, going for the
Now
pin.
I'm left trying to
Sigma, extend the
find
hammer.
times it
Fire strike, extend. Dead. Like,
I wonder if you think you
gets my
did
Reaper.
she
Block,
all
off the map.
alone?
All in 1 second, by the way. He got drift in 1 second.
But couldn't find
A little bit of an interlude. He goes in for a pin, very bad, and he gets shot for it. I fire strike, I see an opening and going for the pin. Boom. Shatter. 2 DPS down. All is low. No DPS down.